Hello, everyone. My name is Heather Speeney with East Suburban Citizen Advocacy. Today's presentation is the second of 4 in our series on the introduction of IDD Autism Waiver. Today's topic is navigating the system. We hope that you find this informative. This slide shows the main components of the waiver system from the individual, federal, state, county levels, providers, support coordinators, and advocates. Let's look at each one individually. First is the individual. You may hear this person referred to as many different things, as the terminology in our system changes quite often. We have utilized individual, member, recipient, participant, consumer, and client. This person is most important to our system. They are the person receiving the funds, and their team should always function with the individual's goals and preferences in mind first. A typical team would start out as an individual and support coordinator, or SC, which we'll talk about them a little bit later. And as you gain services, you will add providers to your team. A team can consist of anyone else that the individual would like involved in their decisions. That could be a relative, a friend, whoever you'd like. Your team size may increase and decrease at times based on the number of people involved, especially if your provider number goes up or down. Center for Medicare Medicaid System, CMS. This is the federal piece of the waiver. They are the funder of the waiver system. CMS allows for waiver funding by waiving certain Medicaid, Medicare criteria to allow those funds to be used for services in the community under our waiver instead of nursing homes, hospitals, and things like that. That also means that they are the ones to form the rules that need to be followed by those utilizing their funds. You will not have contact with CMS through data processes within the waiver system. They mainly communicate to the states directly. The Office of Developmental Programs, or ODP, is the state office for the waiver system in Pennsylvania. They communicate with CMS and then share that information with each county in Pennsylvania to ensure that all federal requirements of waiver are understood and being followed. ODP monitors the county offices and support coordinators regarding those regulations. ODP is in communication mainly with the county support coordinators and providers. This is again a piece that you will not see as a regular part of your process in the waiver system. They do have oversight over incidents filed and may become involved in an individual's case team meetings if a situation requires it. We also provided a link here on the screen if you want to stay up to date with ODP communications. Our administrative entity, or AE, is the county level. The AE approves services, they review incidents, they work on waiver planning, our waiver waiting list, and more. They're responsible for monitoring the providers in their county, keeping communication with them about all waiver requirements. The AE is an entity that does a lot of oversight of the services and those who provide them. Providers can be very different. They are a piece of the puzzle that you will see often. Some providers have offices across the state, others in a couple counties, or maybe even just one county. Same for their services. They may provide several services, or they may only provide one or two. The providers become part of the individual's team. You will see them at your team meetings along with your supports coordinator. The provider is here to help you work on your goals, and that should always be discussed in your meetings. It's important to interview or meet with a couple providers for the service you're looking for before deciding on who you will utilize to help with your goals. Providers follow the same regulations, but policies on how to follow those can be very different. Also, try to ask the same questions of the providers so that you can compare the answers and make a good decision on who to provide your services. Your support coordinators, your SC. They're part of the team to help you manage your supports. They can suggest resources and connect you to them. Once supports are in place, they stay connected to make sure things are working for you. They manage the individual plan document and all changes to it. The goals you are working on with your provider and staff are included in this document and should always be reviewed. SCs are also required to meet with you routinely. The frequency is based on your waiver. If you want to read the slide, we have 2 dots at the bottom, one for consolidated and community living waiver, and the second for the participant family directed services waiver. There are different regulations around each. Your advocates. Advocates like us here at East Suburban Citizen Advocacy are here as an extra support. Advocates help people ensure that their rights are being upheld. Some examples where advocates are asked to assist would be if you're not being offered accommodations at a job or at a school to help you complete tasks and responsibilities. We can assist with systems to ensure processes are followed correctly for you. For example, the waiver system or a school system. Or if you are not being treated fairly in your life by a loved one or someone close to you. Advocates are in the system to give a voice to those who may not have one and to protect their rights, to speak on one's behalf when you are not sure what you're asking for or who to ask. We are also there when your support system is not around and to protect the rights of individuals with disabilities. So how does this all work together? Typically, your supports coordinator is your best contact for questions. Providers are important to contact when you have questions about your services. If you want to change staff, have schedule questions, or concern with your services, you would reach out to your provider. Advocates can be an objective eye in situations where the team may not be on the same page, looking to ensure the individual's voice is heard, to help you consider options and discuss what you want. ODP, CMS, and the AEs are not usually going to be part of your day-to-day team and won't be at your meetings. However, they can be brought in to help on a case if there is a need, and sometimes will reach out to you regarding a concern. We thank you for taking the time to listen to our presentation, and we hope that it's been most informative. If you are interested in the waiver system or learning more about it, you can reach out to us with the information on the slide. We have our website, our email, and our office phone number. Please leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you so much.